Alright, welcome to the next video of the C# Selenium Specflow series. Now we have done the first two steps, which is installation of Specflow in the Visual Studio and creating the first Specflow project along with the project structure. The next logical step is defining our first test case and creating a feature file for the same and the step definition file for the same. Now what is a feature file and step definition file? We'll see while we do that practically. So let's go to our Visual Studio project. Now as you can see, we have the structure of this project over here and one folder called feature, one folder called steps. So we'll go in the features folder and right click on it, click on add, click on new item and search Specflow over here. Select the first selection, Specflow feature file, and click on add. Now this gives us a working structure in which we have to define our first test case. So let's say our first test case is going to amazon.in and searching for iPhone 15. So as soon as it lands on the search results, that's where our test case ends. So in order to execute this first, let's write the feature file for the same. So the feature name would be, let's give the comment as searching for iPhone 15 in Amazon. So my tag would be Amazon search test case. Scenario would be search iPhone 15. Let's say search iPhone. Then given is browser is open. Let's remove the and condition for now. Let's keep it simple. So given is browser is open, when URL of Amazon is entered, then search for iPhone. Okay, now let's select everything, right click on this and say generate step definitions. Now it says that the following step definitions have been generated. Okay, so let's say copy methods to clipboard and now go to steps folder where already one file is there. Let's click on that file and open it. So this file is the basic definitions file which has been provided when the project was created. So let's do one thing. Let's remove everything inside the class so that we just have the namespace and the class definition. So let's change the name of the class to Amazon search step definitions and go inside that class and just paste all that we have copied. So we have got our steps. Let's remove anything inside the methods right now to make it simpler. Yep. So we have got the steps that we need to populate with the logic in order to execute the scenario. Now let's save both these files. We have created the feature file, which was step 1. We have created the step definition file for the feature file, which is step 2. And now let's start doing the logical thing of creating logical steps to execute the scenario. So first what we'll do is driver equal to new Chrome driver. Now we are getting errors. So to fix these errors, we'll go to these words, hover over them and go to show potential fixes. So it says we need to install the Selenium WebDriver package. Now in this project that we have created, we have not installed the Selenium WebDriver package. So first of all, we'll have to do that. So we'll go to dependencies folder, right click on it and go to manage NuGet packages. And here go to browse and try searching for Selenium. So it will give us the Selenium package, Selenium web browser package. Click on it and see which version you want to install and click on install. It will start installing the Selenium web browser. Now if you go to install, you'll see that Selenium.web browser has been installed. And this uninstallation button is a proof that it has been installed properly. So now let's go back to our step definition file and try hovering over Chrome browser and now try seeing the potential fixes. So it will show you potential fix has changed. Now it doesn't say, you need to install the Selenium web driver. It says that you need to use one package from the web driver. So we'll double click on that. That package has been imported so that we'll be able to use this method inside that package. Okay, now since this driver is a handle which is going to help us execute all the steps with the web browser, what we'll do is we'll make this driver as a public variable. So what we'll do is we'll say private iWebDriver and then give the driver name. Again, go to iWebDriver, show potential fixes and import the corresponding package. Okay, so now we are set with having created the handle for the browser as something which can be used in all the methods beneath it. So now first step, which is opening the browser, has been done. Now we need to feed the URL to the browser. So we go to the second method, and in that we type driver, which is the handle for the browser, dot URL, and inside this method we give in double quotes the URL for Amazon. So let's fetch the URL for Amazon. It's amazon.in. So we'll give that, and then we come to the last part of our test case. Now we have to go to the search bar and type iPhone 15 inside it. So in order to do that, we'll need to find the position of the search bar in the HTML of this page. So what we'll do is we'll right click on this element, the search box, and click on inspect. Which will give us the HTML definition of this element. And now what we'll do is from this HTML definition of the search box, we'll try to find a parameter which can completely define the search box all by itself. Like for example, the placeholder. So let's click on the placeholder, select it, Control A. Now do Control F and paste it over here. And before the word placeholder, just put 2 forward slashes, star, opening square bracket, and at the rate. And then just close the square bracket over here. And this would become the XPath of this search box. What we'll do is we'll copy this XPath, go back to our project, and then write the standard statement for finding any element in a web page. So we'll say driver.find element by dot XPath, since we have taken the XPath as something by which we are finding that element. Give circular brackets and inside double quotes place this XPath. Now what you'll see is these double quotes are colliding with the double quotes which you have for this term. So instead of using double quotes over here, we'll replace these double quotes inside this with single quotes, and then click on dot, and then click on dot, send keys, and inside this we'll write the search term that we want to search. So we'll put double quotes and write iPhone 15. Now what this line will do is go to the search box and put iPhone 15 phrase inside the search box. Post this, let's do one thing. Let's write something called thread.sleep into bracket. Okay, let's thread.sleep into bracket. Let's give a number 5000 and semicolon. So what this step is doing is it is putting the browser to sleep for 5000 milliseconds, which is 5 seconds. This has been done in order to properly see if this step has been executed, because if this thread.sleep hadn't been put in, what would happen is the step would get executed and the browser would close as soon as the step gets executed. So we would not be able to see the result. So we have put a sleep of 5 seconds so that the browser remains as is for 5 seconds and doesn't close as soon as the above step has been executed. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's build the solution. So we'll go to solution, right click, build solution. So we are getting 2 errors. The first one is in line number 22 and the second one is in line number 31. So in line number 22 it says URL is not okay. So should be equals and then you give the URL which you want to hit. So yeah, this resolves these issues. Let's check again. Now again we give double quotes. Okay, so now we just have one error in line number 31. Let's check the potential fixes. System.threading is to be added. Yep, we have done that. Change sleep to sleep. The S should be in caps. We have done that. Now let's do one thing. The build has succeeded with 0 errors. Let's go to test Explorer and try executing it. So right click, click on run. Let's see if it executes. Alright, so the browser has opened up. We are on amazon.in and the search term iPhone 15 has been put into the search box. So let's try to maximize that. So let's add a step to maximize the browser first. So for that, what we'll do is as soon as the browser opens up, let's write one statement called driver.manage.window.maximize. So this will maximize the browser. Now next what was happening is the browser wasn't closing after 5 seconds. So for that, what we'll need to write after the thread.sleep 5000 is driver.quit. This will close the browser. So let's again build the solution and run it. Build has succeeded with 0 errors. Let's go again and click on run. Now the browser should be expanded to be maximized. Yep, it has happened. Amazon.in. Then it puts the search term iPhone 15. Now after 5 seconds it will close because of the driver.quit. Yep. So we have succeeded in this. Now we needed to go and hit enter on the search term so that it is searched. For this we'll do the same thing. We'll just repeat this step. Copy paste it And for the same path, which is of the search box, instead of sending the search item in the send keys, we'll say something like keys dot enter. So this will do the action of clicking enter from the keyboard, and that is what we need to go on the search page. So let's try out running this again. All right, browser opened, amazon.in, we have searched iPhone 15 and gone on the search page, and after 5 seconds it will close. Yeah, so we have succeeded in doing our first test case in Specflow C# Selenium. And the next step would be creating a report for this test case and all the other test cases which we'll be doing eventually. So keep following the series. Up until then, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, to the video, and see you in the next video of the series. Up until then, keep lazily coding and keep enjoying the coding process. Bye bye.